Hello and welcome to the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network. I'm Jeff Brightwood alongside Sean Burdett, and Coach started out conference play on the road, and no favors done. You started out at two of the better teams. Tulsa, as you mentioned, their size would maybe give you a little trouble. Then Wichita State, we know how good they are.
Yeah, two very strong teams, and both of them ended up 2-0 this weekend. Certainly different tasks at hand. Playing in some larger venues and certainly in front of a great crowd at Wichita State. Several thousand people showing up on Sunday. That's
kind of a double-edged sword. You start out with two of the teams you think they're going to do fairly well in the league, especially Wichita State. So you get those to start out. You know that's going to be tough, but also it kind of throws them into the fire, especially some of the newcomers.
Yeah, when we have that many newcomers, it's all a new experience for them. And I think our upperclassmen and returners, try to prep them for it. But until you step into that arena and that venue, and really this was our first true road travel test. We've been to UT Martin, but certainly a different size venue, and then kicking up with conference play. I think it's a different step for them.
Big milestone for Maddie Rollman. She comes up eclipsing 1,000 on her digs.
Yeah, the 1,000 digs is a great mark. Certainly awesome to achieve, and we want that not only for individuals but also for the team. So it's something to certainly take note of and move forward. But we want to keep adding to that number and make sure that we prep everybody for that.
We have the two conference road games, but now you're going to be back home this weekend. You'll have the two Florida schools in USF on Friday night, UCF on Sunday at noon. It's the only time you're going to play the two Florida teams.
Yeah, we don't get to make that road trip this year, so we get to see some of these teams early in the season just for the single time. Both of them are very strong. They played each other last weekend with that going 5 sets, and then we get to stay home again next weekend, which is really good. So I think a homestand helps for us here, and we want to make sure we're prepping for South Florida first, and then we'll tackle Central Florida on Sunday.
And not just a game next weekend. It's actually going to start up 5 straight at home.
Yeah, and it's a nice little road stand, and then we've got homecoming kicked in there, and Memphis Madness. We got all kinds of things going on in the next couple of weeks.
How big is that to be at home now for the next 5 matches?
I think it helps in a lot of different ways. Number one, it gets our fan base involved. Number two, we also get a chance to bring recruits in and have them part of the experience. And I think what we're building here with those experiences are pretty unique, and it's a neat thing to have our fan base involved, and then the recruits come in and really see what we're all about.
After this weekend, we mentioned you only play the Florida schools once. Everything else now for the rest of the year will be on that home and road rotation.
Yeah, and you get a chance to see people, and then you come back around again the second time, and you game plan a little bit differently because you have played that team. You've seen people on tape up until now, but then you get them for a second chance. So, the scouting and the preparations differ a little bit the second time around.
All right, Coach, best of luck this weekend. We'll talk to you next week.
Great, thanks so much.
That is Sean Burdett. I'm Jeff Brightwell for the Wolfchase Toyota Insider on the Memphis Tiger Network.